Hello, everybody. Welcome to Nintendo Expansion Pass here on Boss Rush Games, part of the Boss Rush Network and Boss Rush Media. I'm your host and nice and excited Eddie V. Joining me is the one, the only bossman himself, Mr. Courty Dirrig. Hello, good sir.
Hello, I am here and ready to talk about games like the ones you hold in your hand.
And we also got the talented TikToker herself, Miss Courty Yikes. Hello.
What's up, gamers?
Well, before we get into the topic right now, Corey, we have some Patreon shout-outs to do
Oh
first.
my gosh, do we got to do this again? Ugh.
Yeah.
Yes, we
Just
do.
kidding.
Every year, 365, we gotta appreciate our Patreon.
It's true, we do. So, just so everybody is aware, this is the first episode of the new year, the first expansion pass of the new year. So we thought we would kick it off with a bang. I want to thank everybody that supported us in 2022. That was very, very exciting. And hope everybody had a safe and wonderful new year. Everybody had a fun holiday season. But we're back, and we have patrons to shout out. So we're actually recording this in December, so everybody knows that. We are recording a little bit early, but that's okay. You can support us at the $1 level, which grants you early access to 5 separate shows. You can also support us at the $5 tier, which grants you early access to 5 separate shows plus a Patreon producer shout out. Or you can subscribe to our silver $10 tier, which grants you voting rights and submit questions for interviews and talk the walk and book club style shows and everything like that. So without further ado, our Patreon producers for this episode of Expansion Pass are Adriel Munger, Austin Campbell, Celeste Roberts, Christian Skipper, my wife, Sana Dirrig, Francisco Santillan, and Rebecca Jewell. I want to thank everybody who has contributed to our Patreon over the last year or so. I want to thank all of our Patreon producers. I want to thank all of our patrons, and I want to thank all of our free listeners. Remember, all of our content remains free. We just offer you different perks at different tiers. We hope you join us on Patreon, but if you don't want to, that's okay. If you're listening on free feeds, you can leave us a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. If you are watching on YouTube, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, leave a comment, tell your friends, put it on your MySpace page. I'll be in your top 8. It's cool. Anyways, back to you, Ed.
Yes. So we're going to kick off this new year because there was a rumor, or should I say a hope, that the Kid Icarus game that was on 3DS could come to Nintendo Switch. And it kind of got us thinking, what games from the 3DS and DS would make some great, they like remade it or they did a port or whatever and brought it to the Nintendo Switch. And we got this question in past Nintendo Pow Block. And so we kind of just want to give our thoughts about it. So you guys, should we start with 3DS or DS?
Doesn't matter. Oh, I was just...
Oh,
Hey, Corey.
I just had 5 games from both consoles.
yeah, wait a minute.
I don't have 5 for each console. I just have a list of 5 games.
Oh, I thought it was 5 games for each.
Nope. It's fine. You know what? It's fine. But I want to start.
Okay.
I got a good one. Especially, okay, so with the popularity...
Why? So no one takes it?
Yeah. No, but this is going to be a surprising one. Okay, so with the popularity of Animal Crossing and Disney Dreamlight Valley and Stardew Valley and Harvest Moon and all of these life sims, life farming games, right? Mm-hmm. And with Nintendo and Microsoft kind of still being buddy, not so much recently, but lately They have been.
Mm-hmm.
Ed, the perfect game for the Switch would be Viva Pinata Pocket Paradise.
Oh,
I
wow. Wow, you pulled that one out of
I
nowhere.
did. I did. Did I like this
uh,
game? It was fine.
yes.
It was fine. Right. I mean, the first one was a cool idea. I still think Microsoft needs to make a free-to-play version on Game Pass.
was this Microsoft's first game that they put on the Nintendo console? Or was that
no,
Microsoft?
no, because they did that GBA Banjo-Kazooie game.
Okay.
Because after the sale, that game was still kind of in development, and that was like part of the deal that game still had to come out. That and
Okay.
the weird Conquer Game Boy Advance game that came out too. But yeah, I think that with a little bit of, I think that it would hit with the Animal Crossing crowd and get people in that kind of like that crude humor and just, I don't know, man. I think it would be super hilarious to see Viva Pinata on the Switch. I feel like Courty's mad at me. I feel like that was on her list.
It was like number 4.
I think it would bring people back to the series and actually give Microsoft an indication that, hey, we should revisit the series and get something on Series X.
I'm telling you, I don't know why there's not a free-to-play Viva Pinata on the Series X, like, and Game Pass. Like, you put Viva Pinata on Game Pass, and then you do like a season pass, and literally you could do it per season. You could have have like season 1 could be like the springtime Pinata pack, right? And then you could do the summertime Pinata pack, the season pass or whatever. And the fall could be like Halloween themed, and then the winter could be like Christmas themed pinatas. It'd be super cool.
Yes.
I've thought about Viva Pinata a lot and how to bring it back.
Yeah.
It's funny because I'm like not even that into Viva Pinata, but this would be like the perfect game to put on Game Pass with season passes.
Yeah.
On top of bring the cartoon back so people could remember.
Okay, nobody wants that.
I mean, but bring the cartoon back so people could remember the series and stuff.
But yeah, that was my first pick.
Do we want to go on a round, or do we all just want to say, okay?
No, give it to Courty next.
Hey, Courty, what is your?
Okay, so my first one.
She has to replace Viva Pinata now.
I do have to. That's what I'm working on right now. But the one I'm starting off with is going to be Star Wars: The Clone Wars Jedi Alliance. It was on the DS. I loved that one. I think that one was like a good childhood one, and like I like Legos, but I feel like they need to stop the Lego Star Wars, and they need to bring back all the ones that are like actual Star Wars.
Yeah, you can thank EA for that, for not doing anything with it, except for Jedi Fallen Order, by the way. That's a great game.
I guess.
You know what? It's so funny, Corey. People have been picking that game up recently and playing it.
I know.
Like they're finally getting into it.
I know. I feel like that game's going to get a big reveal at the Game Awards, by the way. Sorry, spoilers on when we're recording this. We're kind of recording it right before the Game Awards, so
I'll probably reinstall it in my Series X so I could beat it, so I can play it. All right. Well, for me, out of like the 12 games that I put down, because I had some backups in case, mine's is going to be Last Window: The Secret of Cape West. This is the sequel to Hotel Dusk Room 215. This game came out from Sing, and it only came out in Europe. And they didn't bring it to America because Sing closed for it. I mean, the game is already localized and translated in English. And I've been seeing pictures of this, so they got video of the whole game, but I would love for this to come to Switch because it's something that never came to America. And I think this would do really good on the Switch. And plus, you could turn your Switch up, your Switch kind of sideways, um, and play the game like there, and use your finger or stylus for the touchscreen parts of it. So my number five is going to be Last Window, The Secret of Place.
Hmm.
Courty, what's your
Nice.
number four?
All right, so my number four, since they need to release a Pokemon game every like 3 months, right?
Mhm.
Bring back a good one, Pokemon Conquest. It's
Yeah.
basically Fire Emblem with well, it's really like it's a Pokemon game crossed with Nobunaga's Ambition, which is like a very hardcore strategy game, and it's set in. So here's, I'll just read the description because anyways, Pokemon Conquest, known in Japan as Pokemon X Nobunaga's Ambition, is a 2012 tactical role-playing video game developed by Tecmo Koei, published by the Pokemon Company, and distributed by Nintendo. The game is a crossover between Pokemon and the Nobunaga's Ambition video game series. This game was so cool on the DS. It was basically it's basically Fire Emblem with Pokemon and the Nobunaga's Ambition characters. So it takes place in that kind of feudal Japan era,
Mhm.
and it's really cool to see Pokemon with these samurai, like basically samurais that are like really hardcore, characters and stuff. It's a great game. It's something I would love to see come back. It's really hard to find now, and if you want to play it, it's going to cost you like a used copy on eBay is like $90. So
Yeah, I still got my original copy
yeah,
in the
that game
case.
though, man, that game was super cool. I wish I wouldn't have gotten rid of
Yes.
it, but I got rid of a lot of stuff because rent and the things you do in your early to mid 20s to survive.
Yeah.
Video games are usually one of the first things to go when you need to pay
To
rent
go.
or your car insurance or your car payment or something. So, um, yeah. Oh my gosh. Luckily, am not in that position anymore. But man, yeah. Pokemon Conquest, awesome game. Awesome game.
Courtney, what is your number four?
My number four is, where is it? I've got like three open tabs. My Sims. I like Metopia for the Switch, but nothing hits like a My Sims. Just saying.
So wait, what is My Sims? Is it just like a simpler version of The Sims?
Yeah, it's a single player. It was for the DS. It's a,
Can
let's
you
see,
build
it
a
says
swimming pool and get them in there and then take away the ladder and they drown?
no. No,
Oh,
this
what?
is a child-based
Not
game.
a real not a real Sims game then.
No. You get to explore and build a town.
Can you
And you
lock
get
them in a
to
room
this.
without a toilet and watch them pee themselves and cry about it?
No, but you
Oh,
are like a busy mayor, and you're running things and you're running your best life.
it's fair.
It's happy. It's for children.
Hmm. Skeptical on that, but it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
All right, Ed, what's next? What's your next one?
So, of course, Corey should know what this one is because it was the beta for what we do now. Codename Steam.
Mm,
Um,
mm.
that game, as one of Nintendo's new IP on the DS, it kind of had an interesting premise, but they just like it kind of missed the market. It was a little bit average, and I think if they go in and fix the game, like bring some quality of life things, um, you know, kind of redo the graphics and stuff to fit the Switch. I think Codename Steam will really do good on Switch. So that is my number 4 game, Codename Steam.
Hmm.
Just a, and yes, it is average, but I think being it on Switch, people will give it a second chance because I think a lot of people missed it, and I think they will go back and play it again. I think that was the intelligence system. It was
Hmm.
like their new game before they did Fire
It's
Emblem.
I
Oh,
th-
after.
I just feel like people didn't really understand how to play it, like
Yeah.
initially, because it's a strategy RPG, like a real kind of like you think of the gameplay of Fire Emblem, but it's the camera and the positioning of the game is a third person shooter. So like it's like a it I think it's more like Valkyria Chronicles than Fire Emblem. And I think that's where people kind of got confused, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Valkyria Chronicles, man, what a series. That game's so good. Oh, Valkyria Chronicles is
Yes.
so good. And Valkyria Chronicles 4 is even better. Except for the
I need to
except for my
play.
my when I got that game, I don't know if she remembers this or not, but like when I was playing that game initially, my wife walked into the room when I got to like the base for the first time, and the
Uh,
and the commanding officer is this lady with just like it's a very we'll just say very revealing outfit. Because it's an anime game that takes place in World War II, so of course she's in some revealing steampunk outfit to lead
yeah.
a military operation. Sure, makes sense. But but like it just like it literally just stops on her chest area for like a couple seconds and then zooms up to her face. It's like, that's a choice, I guess. Mm, the game's really good though.
Corey, what is your number 3?
Oh right, it's my turn.
Yes.
So, man, so there's a lot of games on here. I'm trying to pick ones that aren't the obvious, right? Because, like, of course, we all want the Fire Emblems and the Zeldas and Samus Returns and stuff like that. So I've been trying to stay away from those because I feel like those are very ideal to come to Switch, right? Like, I think we want an Ocarina of Time Majora's Mask port. I think we want the Phantom Hourglass Spirit Tracks bundle. I think we all want that kind of stuff. The
So I have to change my number 2 answer.
no, no. Um, and I think we all want like a Link Between Worlds, right? We all want the Zeldas and the Metroids and the Marios and stuff like that. And if those games are on your list, it's fine. I personally,
I'm changing it.
I am trying to stay away because there are other games I think that deserve some of the spotlight. And I think we recently got the Ace Attorney series, a huge Ace Attorney port, right, with the original trilogy, and then I think the ones that came over from Japan that were never released, right, Ed? What was that called?
Yeah.
The Ace Attorney Chronicles or something?
Yeah.
Well, another series I think that needs ported, and you can do this in a bundle, you could do this in 2 bundles, I don't care, but the Professor Layton games.
Oh goodness, man, that would take some work. Nintendo would have to up some money or convince Level 5 to do it support to get that over here.
Do it. Who
'Cause I
cares?
know they not.
Those games,
I'm with
those
you
games
with
were more
that.
popular than the Ace Attorney games, though. I feel, at least over here. I knew so many people that
It's
were into Professor Layton.
yeah, yeah. Uh, Phoenix Wright took a while to get popular, but because that took the 1999 bargain bin at GameStop for it to get popular. But then Professor Layton comes out and that thing just hit. Like
Hmm.
they got about what 4 or 5 games before uh
There's
they
four on the
stopped making them.
there's 4 on the DS and 2 on the 3DS, and then there's actually a spin-off on the Switch already. Cottrell and
Yeah,
the it's the Layton Legacy something.
yeah. And then there's on the 3DS Phoenix Wright versus Professor Layton, which is
Hmm.
a really great game too.
Yeah, Layton's Mystery. Hold on. Layton's Mystery Journey, Cottrell and the Millionaire's Conspiracy. It's $23.99 at Best Buy, the physical edition. That might be one I pick up, actually. That's neat. But yeah, the Professor Layton puzzle games are super fun. They're really interesting. And I think they were popular, too, because puzzle games on the DS were super popular, like Brain Age, and which would also be another great game to port over, although I know we just got Big Brain Academy or whatever that is. But yeah, the Professor Layton games were phenomenal. I played the first two. I think I owned them all at one point, but that's my pick, the Professor Layton. Yeah.
Okay. Courty, what is your third game?
Courty!
I'm gonna say it's Yoshi's Island for DS. Luigi is captured and Baby Mario.
No,
Baby Peach.
so I was just talking about that version because they do have Yoshi Island on.
No, she's talking about the DS version. Let her talk about the DS version.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Don't interrupt people.
Is the Yoshi's Island one with the babies or?
Yeah.
Yeah, that original Super Nintendo one is on Switch.
Hold on.
The one for Switch.
There's Yoshi's Island for Super Nintendo. There's Yoshi's Island DS, and then there's New Yoshi's Island, which has the babies of like Donkey Kong and Peach and Mario and all that. So
okay, so they did remake this one.
What?
No, they just have the original Super Nintendo one. And that's all. And I don't know if that DS one was a remake.
It's not. It's a new game. Yoshi's Island DS is a new game.
Okay. But you're talking about that one?
I'm talking about that one.
Okay. It's
literally called Yoshi's Island DS, Ed. I'm gonna fight you.
Yeah, that's all it's called.
Well, she said Yoshi's Island, so that's why.
She said Yoshi's Island for DS.
DS. My bad.
Okay.
I mean, we're picking 3DS and DS games, right?
Yes.
Gosh, Ed, you're so mean.
It's okay. It's okay.
Clarification, that's all.
Yeah. But basically, Baby Luigi gets captured, and Yoshi, Baby Mario, Baby Peach, Baby Donkey Kong, and I guess Baby Wario. I don't remember going into that far, but they're all trying to save him from Bowser and Kamek. I don't even remember that character. I just remember Bowser.
Kamek is the wizard guy with the wand that shoots like little rainbow squares at you, and then he disappears and appears somewhere else.
Like this is back in 2006 is what it's showing. I was 12, so that's gonna be my number 3.
Okay. Well, I was gonna pick Dragon Quest 8, but I'm actually gonna go with Dragon Quest 9 for my number 3. This one was an exclusive 3DS game from Nintendo and Square Enix. Square Enix developed it while Nintendo published it. I remember I skipped church to go buy this game at my job. Because Nintendo was releasing games on Sundays at this time. And I think Dragon Quest 9, as great as it is, a lot of people did not play this game because it was on the 3DS. This is when Dragon Quest started appearing back on Nintendo platforms. This Sony. This is when Square Enix really came back to Nintendo and started doing games for their for the 3DS and everything. So Dragon Quest 9, funny game, beautiful art. I think they could do what they did with Dragon Quest 11 for Switch. How they got the orchestra and everything, and just how beautiful and extra content and stuff. I believe they could do that with Dragon Quest 9 on the Switch. Like make it like a full game and go in and rework some of the artwork and everything.
Dragon Quest 11, by the way, on Switch.
So good.
Beautiful. Masterpiece.
Yes. Got my physical too. Hey, I got my physical for PS4, Xbox, and for Switch for Dragon Quest 11.
Okay, that's just uncalled for.
And only reason is because it was like $20 for I got a $20 for Switch, and then I got a $20 for Xbox on Best Buy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, because the PS4 version was the day one release, was like the original one that came out. So that's why.
Hmm.
Corey, what is your number two?
My number two is probably one of the best uses of the touchscreen in a game that wasn't a brain puzzle teaser game, which still technically still technically a puzzle game, but more of a platformer. And then it got a pseudo sequel on the Wii U. That was also very, very good. Kirby and the Canvas Curse, where
Yes, nice.
basically you had to draw the path that Kirby was going, and then you had to draw platforms to kind of get through levels. And it was very unique at the time. It was very different. Very good use of the touchscreen, and you know me, guys. I don't praise Kirby all that often, but Kirby and the Canvas Curse, and then Kirby and the Rainbow Curse on the Wii U was also very good. Love the art style of both these games. Also, Rainbow Curse, that claymation art style was just, oh my gosh, it was so amazing. And Canvas Curse kind of had that aesthetic, but it was more toned down because obviously the DS is very graphically constrained. So, but that's my pick: Kirby and the Canvas Curse. Package them together. Why not? Why not?
Yeah.
The Kirby's Cursed collection.
Oh, that's a lot of that's a ton.
Alliteration. It's pleasing to the ear.
All right, Courty, what is your number two?
My number two, don't cringe, but I'm gonna say Club Penguin and the Elite Penguin Forces for DS.
That
Club
was a
Penguin.
big game. Club Penguin used to be big back in the day on PC.
Oh,
We
yeah.
used to have kids coming in buying the gift cards and stuff. And I remember that game on. We had copies upon copies of that for DS.
Yeah, I would love for that to come back.
So being a Disney person,
Hmm.
I've always seen Club Penguin stuff around, but I have no idea what it is. What is
Oh
Club
my
Penguin?
It's pretty much okay. Did you ever play Toontown?
That was
Then
like
how
that
can
online
you say
kind
you're
of
Disney?
that was that online kind of pseudo MMO thing that they tried for a while, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, pretty much they shut that down and guided their tail into Club Penguin. You're basically a penguin. You get to decorate your penguinness, and you get to mingle with people your age at that time.
Oh, so
Um,
it's like it's like Animal Crossing, but all penguins.
all penguin, yeah, pretty much.
It's better than Tom Nook.
Yeah,
Tom,
there's no Tom Nook.
Tom Crook. That's his name. That's what
Yeah.
his name should be.
Oh wow.
Stealing your money, jerk.
Yeah, no, there's no Tom Nook. No stealing money.
Hmm.
You keep taking money from your parents, but I mean,
It's fair.
uh-huh.
Animal Crossing, man. That game. I don't understand. I don't get it.
It's because you don't have all the funds to do whatever you
I don't
want.
have it. I don't have all the fossils.
Oh goodness, that beginning of the game.
I know.
Still haven't got past it yet. I'm just like
I'm
I
afraid
can't
to turn
do
it on
this.
because I don't want Tom Nook to yell at me.
Screw him and his kids.
Yeah. Drown him
You
with
know
the
who I miss
pool.
on Animal Crossing?
Who do we miss? The guy that's
mole.
the mole that, like, when you save your game and he yells at you for doing something.
Yeah.
We're not saving it.
Mm.
Rossetti, I miss him.
Mm.
I'm just here for KK Slider, and that's it. His cool tunes.
Mm.
I like purposely turned the game off terribly just so Rossetti could come.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, for me, my number two is going to be Okamaden. Okamaden is
Mm.
the sequel prequel to Okami for Capcom. This game was on the DS. I never got to play it, but I always wanted to play this game. So that is my number two. Because my number one is going to shock everybody.
No, it's not.
Oh, trust me, it will. Corey, what is your number one?
All right, so there's another series on the DS and the 3DS, and actually Game Boy Advance, that needs some love on the Switch. And I don't care if it's a new game or some sort of port of these games or whatever, but it's the Mario and Luigi RPG series, the Mario and Luigi games. Those games are
I had
really amazing. I think probably Superstar Saga and Bowser's Inside Story are probably the ones that are the best ones. But I mean,
Yeah,
they're
that's what I had. I had Inside Story on my list.
yeah. See, that's not a shocker. Uh, to me at least, it's just these games are so funny and so fun. And
Yes.
Dream Team is fun. The only one I would say that's not at least great is the Paper Mario crossover one, and it's still like pretty good, right? It's
Hmm.
I don't know. I think these games are really super cool and fun and funny, and I love the art style. Like the art style on the cover art is just it's my favorite Mario art style. Like I love it. Like the
What is that art style? It's that big, bold black line.
I would say like I would say it's more of like a watercolor to me, like at least the way they're colored in,
Mhm.
but obviously like the bold black outlines with the watercolor coloring is I don't know. I wish they would do like a 2D. Man, imagine having one of these games, a 2D platforming game in this art style running at like 120 frames a second on something.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
It's just, oh my gosh, these games are wonderful. I hope that the Switch gets at least an iteration, if not a port, because they're just wonderful video games and they make you laugh. They're not that difficult, right? But they make you laugh and the characters are fun and the writing's pretty good and Bowser's Inside Story is hilarious. But yeah, so that's my pick.
All right. Courtney, what is your final pick? Your number one.
My final pick, it's going to be Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures.
Yeah,
Oh,
I had that for
okay.
I
Wii
love
U.
that one.
There's
Oh,
two of
did
them.
you?
There's two of them.
Yeah. I had it for the 3DS and I had it for 360.
Mm.
But if you don't know the game, let's see. The game begins with Pac-Man and his friends walking into the circumference lab. Ha ha ha. Three gold orbs are on the table while Mr. Sir C, which is circumference, is
Haha.
explaining what they do and what they are to Pac-Man. Four ghosts from the netherworld, Blinky, Inky, Pinky, and Clyde, come to tell Pac-Man that Pacopolis is under attack, and by forces of Betrayus, king of the netherworld, they do steal the orbs. That the device that Sir Circumference made. But pretty much it's like there's like a TV series of it. I remember watching it every Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what made me buy the game.
Great.
Oh
Great.
God, I see your eye looking. It's a good game. I'm making it my number one since you took the pinata one.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's okay.
But it was a good choice, though.
So
Look,
my
if two
number
of us had it, it's a good choice.
Yes.
So my number one, man, a lot of people did not play this game. I wish they would. I bought this game when it came out because I knew it was going to be a treasure. It was something completely different on the DS. Art style that has never been done. With this cool mechanics. Uh, does anybody want to take a guess first?
No.
No, I have no idea.
Sure. Okay. It is Ghost Trick Phantom Detective.
I've never even heard of that
Nice.
game, Ed.
Yes,
I can't
this
even be
game is
surprised
by
by it. I've never even heard of it.
Ghost Trick Phantom Detective is an adventure game developed by Capcom for the Nintendo DS.
Yeah, of course.
Ghost
It's
Trick's
Capcom
story
game.
centers on the recently deceased protagonist Cecil and his ghost struggle to discover who he was when he was alive and who killed him. And the thing about it is that the game is designed with a rotoscope art style to it. And so you get to see um how sorry about that. Sorry about
Uh-oh.
that.
Uh-oh.
Uh I'm here.
I know.
Hi.
You were
Okay.
choking on something.
You are able to see how the murder or something that's about to happen in the scene play out. And you have to rewind time and change things. So it's a puzzle. And while you doing it, the game is going in slow motion. So every time you figure out what to do and stuff, you change fate. And then it goes into another portion that you gotta also try to solve and everything to get to the end of where the person that you're helping survives for it and everything. And it's such a cool game. Now it's rumored that it may be coming to Switch because they think they see a rating for it, but they just don't know um about this. Or they redid the trademark for this game, so something about Capcom could be bringing this to Switch. But it's such a cool game and great box art and just the art style is really really cool. So my number one is Ghost Trick Phantom Detective. Um, Other games that I had on my list before we just do a quick recap was Fire Emblem Awakening, Monster Hunter Stories, Detective Pikachu, Link Between Worlds, Dragon Quest VIII, Crash Mode, uh, Elite Beat Agents,
Ooh, that's a good one.
Castlevania Portrait of which one?
The push mode, crash mode.
Oh,
I'm
Crash Mode,
shocked we
yeah,
haven't gotten a push mode game on Switch yet.
yeah.
Oh my gosh,
That's
push
very.
mode was awesome.
I would love that to be a double pack
Ah,
to release.
there's four of them. Put them all in.
Oh well, it's all four.
There's
Yes.
push mode,
Um,
there's stretch mode, there's crash mode, and then there's another one. I forget what it's called, but there's four of them.
Or, um, Castlevania Portrait of Ruins, Mario Luigi Inside Bowser's Story, and Hotel Dust from 215. Those were on my list and everything as extras in case. But
Nice.
uh, should we all recap what we chose, Corey? Do you remember all your games?
Do I remember all my games? Viva Pinata, uh, Pokemon Conquest, Professor Layton, the Mario and Luigi series. What was the other game that I voted on? What was the other game I voted on? What am I missing?
Mm-mm.
Pokemon
You have
Conquest.
to rewind it.
There's Pokemon Conquest. There's Viva Pinata. There's Professor Layton. Oh, Kirby and the Canvas Curse.
Yeah.
And Mario and Luigi.
EG.
RPG.
Yeah, that's all right.
Woo.
Cordy, what is your games? Just to recap.
Um, it's not gonna be in order.
That's fine.
My Sims, Club Penguin, Yoshi's Island for the DS. Um, Pac-Man. I don't remember the other one.
Okay.
You picked.
What is this one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And mine is Codename Steam, Dragon Quest 9, Ghost Trick, Okamiden, and Last Window, The Secret Arcade Quest.
Nice.
So that is our list of 3DS and DS games that we would love to come to Switch.
What a great list, though, right? I mean,
Yeah.
so
Yes.
I mean, obviously, we didn't talk about the Zeldas or Metroids or
No.
anything, right? Because I think those are a lot of those are obvious, right? Like A Link Between Worlds would sell a bajillion copies. I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think
That was
Metro.
like my number 2, but then I had to change it.
Yeah, I think Metroid Prime Hunters and Samus Returns would sell a ton, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Especially Samus Returns with the success of Dread. And obviously, like, I think Super Mario 3D Land would be a great addition. I think there should just be a new Super Mario Brothers bundle, right, with the 2 DS games and then the Wii game. I think that should all be bundled together. So there's a lot of great games obviously left on the DS, but we came up with a great list.
Yeah.
Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
Yeah, Star Wars.
Pokemon Conquest, man.
Yes,
that's-
man. Look,
that's
they're
a
already
game that
making Detective Pikachu 2. By the way, you think we see that at the Game Awards, Detective Pikachu 2?
Probably.
The trailer, movie trailer,
No, the game.
the game. Oh.
Yeah.
No, I think we see that. I think we see that next year.
Mm.
I think Nintendo's holding that for a January or February direct.
Okay.
Are we doing a reaction video to the awards?
I would like to maybe like a direct
should.
recap show as like a just like an overall type thing, but it won't be the day of. It'll probably be that weekend.
Okay.
Just because of schedules, and we're also doing a big Tower Casuals Destiny thing for that night too. So yeah, so look out for that, everybody. I guess go back and listen to it if we already recorded it.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
So everybody, that's gonna be it for Expansion Pass. Courtney, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, and TikTok for Courty_Yikes.
Yes. Courtney, where can we find you?
You can find me at I am Courty HD on Twitter and Instagram, and you can also find me on Nintendo Pow Block, on the Boss Rush podcast, and various other things here at Boss Rush Media.
Yes. You guys can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at that retro code. You can also check me out on other stuff here at Boss Rush Media. But then everybody, have a great week. Have a great weekend. Welcome to 2023 Nintendo Expansion Pass. We are excited to be recording this episode, and we got more coming. More reactions, more discussions. You guys are really going to enjoy what we have planned for you. With that, everybody, have a great week, have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time on Nintendo Expansion Pass. Bye, everybody.
Bye, gamers.
Goodbye.